speaker. Oh, first off, you guys, if you have loved this training on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, I want you to put in the comments, tell us how much you've loved this training on a scale of 1 to 10, pop in that number and tell us how much you've loved it. Next up, we have Larene Williamson. And Larene she lives in Jackson, Mississippi. And let me tell you, because I've been there, everyone in her community knows who she is. She is a pillar of positivity and change in Jackson. She has 4 kids, 5 grandkids, and a daughter-in-law that she considers a daughter. And in addition, she owns a tutoring business, and all of those kids call her mom. On her Facebook page, she states, "I'm a woman that wakes up daily to find that one person God wants me to help. Let me know if that is you." And that's who Larene is. Larene came to Youngevity in 2014 through the company Adaptogenics. She owned a real estate company for over 20 years, and she retired from that about 8 years ago because of Youngevity. And like I've said, I have seen it firsthand. Larene knows everyone in Jackson, and they count on her as a contact mapper because she's a true connector. She can talk to anyone because she is the ideal of compassionate, non-judgmental, and she knows that anyone can build this business if they have the desire. She has so much love and trust in this profession that she's been on the board of the ANMP, the Association of Network Marketing Professionals, for many years. Let me introduce my friend, Larene Williamson.
Thank you, Denise. I love you. That is beautiful. Every time you guys introduce me, I want to go meet the person you're introducing because I am just me.
I know that. Your humbleness is also your.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And I'm a little bit orange. I'm not sunburned, guys. We have, my message to you today is not to give up. I am a build bridges to fill gaps for people and for events and for needs and whatever's necessary, which is why I do what I do with Youngevity. And I'll talk a little bit about that. But the orange is coming from, it rained here last night. And in the midst of all of this, talking about bridging a gap, we are putting on a 400-member festival right outside my door where we have Mr. and Ms. Mississippi and Ms. Mississippi challenging to go to Mrs. America, and they're all outside my door entertaining people. 400 people have checked in so far on the grounds of our new Legacy Center. So they've moved all the balloons and stuff in here that are orange and black because so I've got a little feedback of color. So talking about that, a little inspiration here is you never do anything wrong, even in business. But some of the points that I'm going to share with you today is about tying in and focusing and why some people quit. And so I want to try to, if you can envision a bridge that I'm going to help you build over to your success. And success it looks different to everybody. I did retire from real estate and I did come on board 110 million% with Youngevity. Obviously, I am hosting this huge event here locally because Denise's event came up, and this is such an honor to anytime be asked to participate in anything Youngevity or anything that Denise has to do. I'm going to find a way, and that's bridging gaps. And your mothers, your fathers that are on this call, and those bridges have to happen between your career and your life and things that are important to you. And in doing that with Youngevity, we are a company of loving and loving others. And I was just sharing as I welcomed all the people here at 12 o'clock noon to our event on the grounds. It takes love to make the world go round. And I know that's a cliche, but it is truly a point. And that is in your life, in your career. You have to care about people because you're in the people business. And but sometimes people will hold you back. And so what their idea of success for you may not be success for you. It will be successful if it makes you happy, because at the end of the day, it has to work for you. And I want you to take time, like Cheryl was saying, you've got to make yourself, you've got to take care of yourself. And that's in any areas. And just like Avelia was saying, you got to focus and pinpoint. And we hear people all the time say, failure is a lesson. But a lot of times we women, especially, and I'll just speak on that since I am one, we tend to beat ourselves up too much. We set ourselves such high expectations. And then when we can't meet those expectations, we come up with the excuses. And it's so hard to follow all these great women, because a lot of the things I say, it's just going to kind of fold right in under what they were saying. But we hang on too tight to the outcome of what we tried to achieve. And so understand that everything that you do every day, if you will release that stress and pressure, it'll come to you a lot easier. Things that we set up, our goals that we write down, our checkpoints, and you guys know I'm a huge checklister. Like I have them for miles, and those that don't get, I've learned to rip them off the wall, and those that don't get achieved today, I just tape them in front of what I'm supposed to do tomorrow so that I can keep going, and they're just check, check, check. But the outcome of that is I woke up this morning, I'm alive, I am getting healthier every day, I am still losing weight, I am taking my minerals, nothing's going to stop that. I'm always looking at what can I do today to make someone's life better, because if you have enough people, Zig Ziglar said it, Tom says it all the time, Denise says it, if you have enough people get what they need, you get what you need. And that's where I am in this town. People know that it's not about me, it's about them. But at the same time, like I just literally was awarded something beautiful from my town, because that was unexpected today, because they are getting help, they're getting needs, they're getting nutrition, they're getting information that they don't know, that they don't even know to ask. And that's what we wake up every day to do here at Youngevity. And I know this is not a Youngevity call, but it is about us, and we are all part of Youngevity for the most part. I kind of scanned the list. And so you've got to know that you don't have to be the doctor, you don't have to be, just be real, be who you are. And then if you want to be successful in any business, let go of that outcome. We care too much about what other people think of us. I didn't like that I put on a lot of weight over the last few years, and I didn't take into consideration that it was my age and that I was running candles at both ends, they say. But that's my personality. I'm not a workaholic, I'm a liveaholic. I love to live, and I love to be around people, and I love helping people. And, so I'm sorry if I burn candles at both ends, but I can tell you this, everything that I do leads back to Youngevity. Everything that I do leads back to helping people. And I love this company because they tell you that. They tell you we're here to help people. And you can give away the world, and you can have all the money in the world, but if you're miserable, what good is it? Let's stay happy and focus. I'm not going to get off track here because I did start my timer. We mistake that failure means quitting. We have to look at that as it's a lesson learned, not a lesson learned and I'm not going to do it anymore. A lesson learned, let's go a different route. Let's take a different turn. Success in many areas requires consistent readjusting your behavior as a result of feedback. That was something that popped up to me on one of my little things that I get every morning. I thought that's so appropriate. So I'm going to read that again. Success in any area requires constantly readjusting your behavior as a result of feedback. So don't take negative thoughts. Don't beat yourself up. Just readjust. Just make that happen. We do it all the time in carpools, in the grocery store. When they're out of something, we find out something else that's on the shelf, and to make that cake pie, or we punt and make something new or different. So you just readjust in your career. I can tell you this: there is not a company that I know of, and that I know the owners of the company and have sat down and had conversation with, how did you get where you are? And I do ask that. None of them started on day one knowing that company was going to look that way at where they are today. Everything is about life, and everything is about adjusting. So again, don't beat yourself up, and understand that failure is you have to have some slight failures to understand that you're just readjusting. Take that lesson, not failure, the lesson that it didn't work that way, and just readjust that curve just a little bit. So many times, especially younger people, will want to throw in the towel. I know I'm trying not to speak too Southern for you guys. It's its own other language, right? So I'm trying real hard. But don't throw in the towel. Stay with it. Focus on your energy, focus on taking care of yourself, and focus on what you're trying to achieve. Stop making impossible lists for you to do, and just enjoy the ride. Okay. It is about getting there, but don't be miserable in doing that. Have some discipline to stick with the ideas longer. Too many people will think, okay, I've come up with the idea, so why isn't it working? Well, the idea is great. That's really the harder part, because once the idea comes about, and then you've brought in people that you love, and the leaders and your uplines and the partners, I like to call them partners, not downlines, but the partners that you bring on board, I like to surround myself, and we have thought process parties, and we say, hey, what works, what don't work. I mean, I did that in real estate. It always worked out. So don't think that just because you came up with this fabulous idea, or that you worked so hard to get an amazing idea, that it's over. The harder part is coming up with it. The easy part is getting your peers around you, people on the same mission with you, and making things happen, because it has to move forward. Don't get distracted by others. A lot of times, as a matter of fact, I put the phone underneath some things over here in the corner, so it's been ringing all day. They know we're here, and so I had to put that aside so I'm not distracted by it. It's so easy to let people get in your head. And again, I know I'm kind of hammering that. Don't let what other people think bother you. I would have never opened a nonprofit center. I would have never been able to have an event here in Mississippi right now. I mean, we're all dealing with the pandemic. We're all having to make things a little different than it used to be. But, we just evolve. We just make it work. We do whatever we have to do to move into the next phase of life. Because again, we are about living. We're about making things work. And so, number one, and some of the other ladies, several of them actually have said this, you have to believe in yourself. Your family is not going to believe in you. Your friends are not going to believe in you. And when I say that, you will have pockets of them, and they want to encourage you. But someone said to me a while ago that your family's the hardest on you because they don't want to see you miserable. They don't want to see you fail. And so they would rather tell you up front, that's not going to work out. What are you thinking? Let's go back to what you're really good at. They're doing it because they love you. They really don't want you to be in pain, and they want you to be successful. So I don't know how many's told me, well, not now, but they used to say, real estate, you're really good at real estate. And so as I got older and longer away from real estate, and the few that would say that, I'd say, well, I was pretty good at having beautiful babies too. You think I should get pregnant? So kind of stopped that little, because you can be good at something, but there's time to move on. There's time to evolve into something better. And so you have to just believe in yourself enough to make it happen. You can't depend on other people to make it happen for you. They're not there to do it for you. It's not going to succeed if you don't take the initiative and make that happen. So that is the bridge to bridge that gap today. What I've learned, and a little inspiration also, is people in your life, they just, and you need a little direction. You need to be understood and loved on. You need to be told that you care, that people care about you. You're making difference in lives that you never dreamed you would ever touch. And so don't give up on other people. So if you're just going to give up on yourself, just know there are other people that need you out there. So if I could do anything today, would be to inspire you not to let someone else down. And that's not too high of an expectation to put on yourself. Just smile at someone and see if they don't smile back, or at the very least, they'll think you're nuts. And hey, that makes me laugh every day. So go out into the world and enjoy living, because too many people are dying. And the older I get, the more my friends are, at a stage of life to where some of them just want to give up. You just have to know that when you wake up and you live another day, you have another chance to change a child's life or an individual's life, or, someone that's just thinks there's no hope in health. You have all the answers, and it's from issues and times in your life that you felt you were failing. But guess what? That one person is still here and alive today. You may not even know who you touched, but you touched someone's life. So smile about that. Be happy about that. And I hope you got something from the little bit of talk that I shared with you here. Just remember, there's a deep ditch between success and complete failure. And you are bridging that gap, because there is no failure if you're still breathing. So have a great day. Thank you so much, Denise. I am so honored to be part of this amazing group of women. I was taking notes and just sitting here earlier and thinking, oh, my camera was on. I don't know how many wows I did and thumbs up I did, and oh my gosh, I did. So sometimes I'll turn the camera off because I'm so, verbal. I'll just say stuff and you wonder what's she doing. So anyway, thank you. I appreciate it.
Love you. And, what I love about Larene is she is funny too. Like I laugh so much when I'm with Larene, because she's adorable. She's funny. Man, you look so good, girl. You look so good. Congratulations. And here's the thing. I think one of the most important points you made is, so often we play it small because we're so afraid of our own success. We're afraid of, making a mistake or failure. And when you're able to shift that paradigm and know that you actually learn more by making those mistakes, having, failures, it's not a failure. It's just another lesson, right? It's just more information. That's it. That's all it is. And we learn more from that than the successes. So build a bridge, get over it. You never know how many lives you are affecting every single day, and you don't even know it. Larene is the ripple effect that she has created in her own community is unbelievable because of who she is. So get out there, be loud, be proud. Larene, thank you. I love you.